Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد. حكم خروج المعتكف, the ruling of the mu'takif, the one making itikaf, coming out of the masjid. Khuruj, his exiting or leaving. Min al masjid, as we see here at the end. أو جزء in min badanihi, or juz'un min badanihi, because it's the fa'il. خروج المعتكف أو خروج جزء, because it's the fa'il, but it is or it's the mudaf ilay rather. خروج جزء من بدنه, right? جزء, a part, min badanihi, badan, his body, min al masjid. So what's the ruling of the mu'takif, the person in itikaf, or part of his body coming out or leaving the masjid? Al Hadith Hadi Ashar بعد 200, the 211th Hadith. And Aisha radiallahu anha, on the authority of Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, أنها كانت, that she used to ترجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. ترجل, to comb the hair. To comb the hair. ترجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. She used to comb the hair of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. وهي حائض, and she was on her cycle. وهو معتكف في المسجد, and he was making itikaf in the masjid. وهي في حجرتها, and she was in her apartment. She was in her home, because the Prophet's home was connected to the masjid of the to his masjid. So just say this was the masjid, then here would be his apartment with Aisha and other wives, and she had a window here that he could stick his head through. وَيُنَاوِلُهَا رَأْسَهُ, and he used to give her يُنَاوِلُهَا رَأْسَهُ, he used to give her his head. وَفِي رِوَايَةٍ, and in one riwayah, one narration, وَكَانَ لَا يَدْخُلُ الْبَيْتَ, and he would not enter the house إِلَّا لِحَاجَةِ الْإِنسَانِ, except for the need of a human being. And he's going to explain down here, حاجة الإنسان البول والغائط, right? البول والغائط, to use the bathroom. To use the bathroom, urinate or defecate. Al-bawl, urination. Al-gha'it, defecation. وفي رواية, and in another narration, أن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت, that Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, she said, إن كنت لا أدخل البيت لحاجتي. This is Aisha talking about their itikaf, as the Prophet ﷺ, as we read in the previous hadith, that after the Prophet ﷺ's death, after Allah took him, then the wives of the Prophet used to make itikaf. So here she's saying, In kuntu la adkhulu al-bayta lil haja. I used to enter the house for a need, meaning to use the bathroom. Right? I used to enter the house for a need. Wal maridu fihi, and there would be a sick person there. فما أسأل عنه إلا وأنا مارة, and I would not ask about him except while I was moving, except while I was passing by. Meaning, as Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah talked about in his section on itikaf, that it's not sunnah to go visit a sick person. So she did not stop and visit the sick person and check on how they're doing, because she's in itikaf. And while you're in itikaf, you're not supposed to go check on sick people and do this and that. You're supposed to be worshiping Allah in a certain manner in the masjid. Otherwise, we worship Allah all day long by working. If we're working to have enough money to educate our kids and send them to an Islamic school, your work is worship. You're working so that you can make Umrah and Hajj, your work is worship. Other than that, we're working all day long and we're worshiping all day long. However, the itikaf, the worship in the masjid, is a special type of worship that cannot be done outside of the masjid. So visiting a sick person during itikaf is not acceptable. We get that from the hadith here. فَمَا أَسْأَلُ عَنْهُ إِلَّا وَأَنَا مَارَّةٌ. And I would not ask about that sick person except that I was marra, I was passing by. طيب. وَالْحَاجَةُ الْإِنسان, as we said, the needs of a person mentioned here about the Prophet ﷺ would not enter. كان لا يدخل البيت إلا لحاجة الإنسان. He would not enter the house except for the needs of a person, as well as عائشة إني كنت لا أدخل البيت للحاجة. What is this حاجة? البول والغائط. Using the bathroom, urinating, defecating. من فوائد وأحكام الحديث. From the virtues, benefits, and rulings of the hadith. أولا, firstly, جواز إخراج المعتكف, the permissibility of the mu'takif coming out or sending out ra'sahu, right? Ra'sahu, him putting his head out min al masjid, from the masjid. So you can stick your head out the masjid for some need, right? Doesn't violate your itikaf. ثانيا, secondly, جواز التنظيف المعتكف رأسه, the permissibility of the person at itikaf cleaning his head. ويقاس عليه, and there's an analogy made upon that, تنظيف بدنه, cleaning his body, وثيابه, and his clothes. If that's what's needed, then you can clean your body and your clothes, meaning take a shower or wash your clothes. ثالثا, thirdly, طهارة بدن الحائض, that the body of the ha'id, of the menstruating woman, is pure. It is pure. Taharatu badnil ha'id. Rabi'an, fourthly, jawazu khuruj al-mu'takifi min al-masjid, the permissibility of the person at itikaf leaving the masjid li qada al-hajat al-badaniyah, in order to take care of al-hajat al-badaniyah, to relieve oneself, in order to take care of a bodily need, meaning to relieve oneself. هذا والله تعالى أعلم, وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.